Hey, hey, hey. That's right. It's episode 136. I got a question. Men, women, and children, do you know that hope is in the building? Oh my goodness. I've lost it. My 50s have ruined my career as a rapper. What do I do? Men, women, and children, do you know that hope is in the building? Do you know that? No, I can't do it. The line, for those of you new around here, is men, women, and children, hope is in the building. But then I just said that it was supposed to be a question. And I couldn't figure out how to freestyle rhyme it into a question on the... If you're a regular listener, you know the disaster that was. But for everyone else, welcome to the Human Hope Podcast. My name is Carlos Enrique Whittaker Guzman Chival Cabello, or Los for short. And I'm your host. I'm the host of the Human Hope Podcast. And today we're going to be talking about hope. You're going to be getting hope from almost a century ago. Oh, what is that? What is that? Well, I'll let you know. I'll let you know pretty quickly. But it is November 30th, which means that we are one day away from the rest of y'all weirdos that don't celebrate Christmas November 1st. You guys can, yeah, I know there's a group of you that are, you know, you're purists. You ain't gonna put up the nativity scene. You ain't gonna put up baby Jesus until December 1st. And so that's tomorrow. So round of applause for you for jumping in. I don't know if that's you or not, or I don't know if you're me and you're part of the Tacky Christmas Yard Club and you have already done that. I am currently in Denver, Colorado. If you're watching on YouTube, no, I'm not, because I'm actually recording this before I go to Denver. But if you're like on the Insta Familia, you're watching on Instagram, you see I'm in Denver. Excuse me, I'm in Colorado Springs, Colorado, speaking to like the Christian Camp Counselors Association of America. I can't remember what it's exactly called, but I'm pumped to be hanging out with camp people. Who does not want camp people in their life? Camp people are a special breed of people because they bring the party, they bring the fun, they bring the seriousness. They can bring it all. They kind of have to be every Enneagram number all at one time. And I get to be in a room of people that love on people for their job full time. I'm pretty excited about that. Today, I'll be talking to them. And then I'll be flying back home to Nashville tomorrow to begin. Maybe I haven't told Instagram this. I'm going to tell the podcast listeners this. Sometimes you feel like you're shafted. No. You get this news first. I'm actually not telling my Insta Familia this until I show up there, but I'm getting ready. Two things. First of all, if you're in anywhere near Kalispell, Montana or Whitefish, Montana, next Sunday, not this Sunday, but the next Sunday, I will be preaching at Fresh Life Church at all the Montana and Utah locations. So I'm flying to Kalispell, Montana. Going to be hanging out with my Fresh Life family, Levi Lusko, Jenny Lusko. Their family are dear friends of mine. And I'll be jumping in to hop into their Firebrand series. So I'll be there, but then I'm leaving from there. I was not planning on telling you guys this, but here we are. And I'm flying from Montana to Salt Lake City, to Seattle, to Tokyo, Japan. What? Why am I flying to Tokyo, Japan? Well, I'm just going to be, listen, we are vulnerable with each other. I fly full time, right? Like I speak full time. First of all, thank you so much for everyone that's booked me to speak this year. It's the Human Hope family and the Insta Familia that keep me employed. So if you've got a corporate audience, if you've got people that need the how to human message, be human, see humans, free humans, I speak full time to corporate audiences. And I help people in this season where people are more divided and disconnected than they've ever been. I can help your companies or I can help your churches. This wasn't going to be a little ad about my speaking, but I speak to faith-based audiences and corporate audiences, right? I'm a safe place for both the places, and I'm really good at it. So book me, carloswhittaker.com. I couldn't remember my own name. 2 T's. Go to the speaking page, request me to come to your place, and I promise you, next year I'm going to bring the special sauce. But all that to say, man, that was a long way of saying I am Delta Diamond, and Delta has raised the limits, not the limits, but what's the word I'm looking for? What you got to do in order to hit diamond. And I am a few 1,000 miles short. So what I was going to do is just kind of hop around, make some extra legs on the last few work trip flights. But no, instead my wife is like, I'm sorry. No, in order to hit Diamond this year, we're going to fly to Tokyo. So we're flying to Tokyo for a few days, literally a few days, and then flying home. And I'm going to take you with me. I mean, I thought about even doing a podcast episode from Tokyo. So let me know. Okay, enough of that. Let's get to the meat, to the special sauce. I can't even remotely begin to describe the magnitude of jaw-dropping moments in this podcast. My Tia Nancy and my Papá, who is my grandpa, we call him Papá, my mom's dad and my mom's sister, came to Nashville for Thanksgiving because obviously you know that we moved my mom and dad into the house across the street. So they're here. And here's the thing. My Papá has always been a man of few words. He's not a man of many words. He's a man of few words. So like, I didn't live near him growing up. They lived in LA. We lived in Atlanta. So I would rarely see him, and he spoke Spanish, and I forgot my Spanish by the time I turned second grade. And so, we weren't like super deeply connected. He was a very serious man. And, so I never had that kind of grandpa relationship where he takes you fishing or whatever. I'm not bitter. Like, it's fine. It is what it is. And I loved my grandpa, but we weren't ever really close. When he was here, I just thought to myself, I got to get to know this man. He's 95 years old. And he just has this, when you're around him, you just feel like this harmony, this joyful harmony. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to pull out the microphone and just start asking him questions. So that's what we're doing this week. Can I tell you, we get into like, I mean, he was born in 1928. He's 95 years old. And, he grew up was born in Nuevo León, Monterrey, Mexico. And his life story is fascinating. We talk about his parents, where they were born, what it was like growing up when he was a young boy, where he worked, all these things. But what blew me away was so fascinating was just not only the cultural differences, but there's cultural differences now between here and Mexico, but talking about like the 1940s and what it was like to court a woman, to court my grandmother, what it was like she made more money than him where she was working, and how that worked out with the family and what the decisions they had to make. And when he decided to immigrate to America, and he had 7 children, and what that looked like, and his viewpoint on what culture is sitting in today and the problems in culture today. And it is mind-blowing. It is fascinating. And so what I hope that you get out of this conversation is, I hope that you realize that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter like what the perspective is that you come from. This conversation was fascinating. It was mind-blowing. And his perspective actually shifted things inside of me. It was it was something that I appreciate that he gave me, because he's never been a man of many words. He wasn't a man of many words. And suddenly he had a lot more words than I ever even knew he had. Not only did he have a lot more words, but he was actually like, he spoke more English than I thought he knew. Like that, I was like, what is happening? And so it was an incredible conversation. I just hope that you approach it with a reverency and appreciation that I know you will. I'm going to hit the feel good music here. Right there it is, right there. So, Human Hope Familia, what I hope you do is approach it with reverence, with honor. And I want to say, Enrique Guzman, thank you for teaching us what you're about to teach us here on Human Hope. Ladies and gentlemen, my Papá. So I am sitting here at a table with Enrique, mi papá, mi abuelo, pero te llama papá conmigo. Mm-hmm. ¿Sí?
Y yo te digo papá.
Yo te digo papá. I would love Papá to tell us, just introduce himself, tell us where he lives and how old he is. He understands what I said.
Preséntese y diga quién es usted y dónde vive y cuántos años tiene. Su nombre.
Yo soy Enrique Guzmán Aguilar
Mm.
y vivo en Whittaker, California, with my daughter Nancy.
Ah, see.
I have
En español.
Yeah, no, in English. Way better in English. Yeah. We can do it.
95 years old.
Wow. So when you were 16, you worked in a machine shop and you were learning all the different machines to use.
Yeah.
But when you were 16, what did you want to do when you dreamed of growing up? Did you have something that you thought, oh, I want to be this? Did you want to be a doctor? Did you want to be a plumber? Did you want to be a farmer? Did you want to be a teacher? Were you ever thinking, I want to be this when I grow up?
I will try to be engineer,
Engineer.
and the mechanic.
Yes.
Mechanic engineer.
I went to school, for 2 years and technological.
Oh, technological school.
Learning for this, but
Okay.
only and theoric,
Yes.
pura teoría.
Oh, theory.
Theory, yes.
De lo cómo se hacían las cosas,
Right.
blueprints, hacer mapas y todo eso. Pero nomás estuve 2 años.
So he just studied 2 years.
Yeah.
In theory, in classrooms,
Yes, classroom.
not underneath doing the
Right.
work with the hands.
Right.
Porque se necesitaban 6.
Oh, 6 years. That's
Oh, because it was
Yeah.
going to take 6 years.
Para recibir-
So after you finished your 2 years of classroom and of theory engineering, what did you begin to do for a living when you turned 18?
Working at that
company.
In the company.
Oh, yeah.
That's the big company. Esa compañía es la que pagaba más de todas las
Yeah, that
de
was
todas
the
las
best
compañías.
paying
Best paying.
But,
company.
but not enough.
Oh, not enough.
Not enough,
Oh.
because cuando me pagaban allí como 50 centavos.
They paid you like 50
Americanos
cents, 50 American cents.
For a day.
per day.
You would
per
make 50 cents a day.
Yeah.
And
4
that was the
pesos and 50
best.
cents
4 pesos and 50 cents.
4 pesos and
for
50
a day.
cents for a
And
day.
the el dólar estaba 12.50.
Yeah, the dollar was $12.50 a pesos.
Whoa, what year was this?
¿Qué año?
Ese era cuando comencé ahí estar, comencé ahí.
46.
No, más o menos. ¿sí?
45.
Del 46 al 55 trabajé ahí.
Okay.
46 to
Oh, wow. So
55.
almost 10 years.
10 years.
Wow, 10 years.
trabajé.
While you were working there, did you know Mamá? Had you met Mamá?
¿Cuándo conoció a mamá? Durante ese tiempo que
So
trabajaba
now
ahí.
we're talking about my
Sí,
grandmother, the
sí,
love
sí.
of my papa's life.
Yes.
Conocí a mi esposa cuando yo tenía 17 años.
He was
17.
17 when
Ella
he-
decía que tenía 15, pero tenía 16. porque
Oh,
no sabía.
she said that she was 16, but she was really 15?
But she
Ella
didn't know.
pensaba que había
Oh,
nacido
she
un
didn't
año
know.
Oh,
Because-
she thought she was born a year before.
Because
Right.
she was born away, like they register her a year
Oh,
later. or
got
so.
it. So she didn't have like documents showing.
Yeah, when we see the paper,
You're like, oh, wow.
Did you
yeah,
realize?
you were born in 1928.
So you
So-
And I was born in 1929. And 1928.
no 28 and she was on 27.
29, yeah.
No.
No, yo
Oh,
29.
29.
Yeah, 29.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
so
yes.
so Papá, you were born in 1929. Mama was born.
No,
No,
Mama
I mean-
28.
Oh, you were born in 1928. Mama was born in 1929.
29.
And
She was born. She thought she was born in 1930.
yes, and
And we got married. And 5 años fuimos novios.
oh, you were
Oh.
boyfriend and girlfriend for 5
5
years.
years.
I don't need y'all translating. I got this thing down pat. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
No. Okay, so you met her when you were 17 and she was 16. Tell me about when you met her. When was it? Did you first see her in school? Did you first see her on the road? Did you see her in the store? Where did you first see her?
¿Cómo
Do you
la
remember?
conoció? ¿Cuál es
¿Cómo
la
la-
primera vez
La,
que
la
la-
la
la conocí por
escuela
primera
o-
vez, no. Porque una prima mía me la presentó, me la llevó a presentar.
So a cousin of yours
Introduced.
took you to introduce.
took
Ella-
her to introduce to
Oh,
him?
yes.
mi,
Okay.
mi esposa había venido de vacaciones de Saltillo a Monterrey.
She came on vacation
Mamá.
from
Oh,
Saltillo to
es-
Monterrey.
Oh,
Y
okay.
en esos días, una prima mía que viene y me dijo, hoy te voy a presentar una muchacha muy bonita.
Oh.
I'm
Entonces
going to introduce somebody real pretty, a girl real pretty.
yo no le ponía atención. No. yo
That's
hasta-
okay.
I didn't have time for that. No,
Eh,
no, no.
I have too many girls there.
Ah.
no le creía, no. Entonces mi mamá dice, no, ve a conocerla.
Oh, my
Sí.
grandma said,
Sí.
Go meet her.
encourage him. Yeah.
Está muy bonita. Ya conocerla.
Sí, go ahead, keep.
Yeah, grandma
Porque
said she's real
teníamos
pretty.
una casa
Go meet
atrás
her.
así y había otra casa enfrente. Y en el frente teníamos un business, un comercio.
Yeah.
Y ahí estaban. Entonces yo estaba cenando acá.
Oh, okay. So the house, the way they lived, they were in the front of the property. There was a business
Okay.
that they owned. It was
Okay.
like a store,
Okay.
a storefront, and on the back it was a house.
Oh, okay.
So Mama and this cousin of Papá were in the front at the store, and Papá was in the back eating in the kitchen.
Okay.
You know, and so Abuelita, my grandma, saw her
Uh-huh.
and encouraged her and said, "Go
Hey,
meet her.
you need to go meet
She's
her."
real pretty."
Oh.
And Papá goes, "Nah, I'm eating."
But then he went out there.
Luego fui. Oh, no, pues, sí, usted la
Oh,
conocí.
she is pretty.
La conocí nomás así, nos presentamos.
Sí, bueno.
Pero nomás así. Y ya
Just
después,
like that.
entonces, yo me iba en el corner, en la esquina ahí, todas las noches a platicar con los amigos. Y ella pasaba el mandado por ahí, muy seguido, pasaba por ahí.
He would be in the corner talking to his friends.
That's
Like
what they
every night?
did.
That's
Every night.
That's
Hang
what
out.
they
Hang
did.
out.
Yes.
Yes.
So then she would go by to go buy like certain things from the store and back and forth.
Oh, kind of showing herself off on
Yes.
purpose. To
Sí,
Papá.
pero yo tenía yo no era como dice, muy aventado con yo.
He wasn't
No,
forward. He wasn't.
no.
I mean, he was kind of shy.
Yeah.
I guess,
Bueno,
with the
pero-
girls.
Entonces ya me fui, ya la seguí, me fui platicando con ella.
Then he started following her and
yeah.
talked.
Oh, okay.
Ya le
and
dije
talking.
que si quería ser mi novia.
Oh,
I asked her,
wow.
"Do you want to be
And-
my
Y
girlfriend?"
luego dice,
Oceana should have been here.
lo voy a pensar.
I'm gonna
gonna
think
think
She
about
said,
it.
"I'm gonna think about it." My mouth playing hard to
That's
get.
right.
Yo sabía que era puro cuento.
He knew that she was just.
Oh yeah.
She was
Al
interested.
siguiente día, ¿qué pasó? No, sí, está bien.
Oh, okay. I'll accept.
Y
I
entonces
accept.
ya nos empezamos a ver y entonces ella se quedó ahí en Monterrey.
Oh,
She
because
didn't go back.
she went on vacation
Yeah.
and then she
Ella
stayed.
Yes.
Tenía que regresarse a Saltillo.
She had to go back to Saltillo, but
Because that's
decided
where
to
she
stay.
was being raised.
And how far away is Saltillo from Monterrey?
But half hour.
Okay.
Not too far.
Not too far. Okay.
Not too far.
But in those
Ahora
times,
el freeway se llega luego.
during that,
Saltillo.
en ese tiempo, como que se
En ese tiempo,
tardaba más.
sí,
en
no,
llegar.
porque era una carretera
Sí, entonces, ¿cuánto? ¿Una hora?
más como 2 horas.
Okay, it
Yeah,
was 2
sí,
hours
it was
away.
2 hours away
Hasta se
at
paraban
that
a
time.
la mitad del camino a lonchar.
Oh, wow.
Hacían
The bus stopped halfway so that people
Casablanca
can
se
eat
llamaba.
Oh wow.
and then continue.
Entonces ya se quedó ahí, ya buscó trabajo ahí en Monterrey.
She looked for work
Oh,
in
okay.
Monterrey.
Y luego consiguió trabajo en Monterrey para poderse quedar y ayudar ahí en la casa donde se iba a quedar.
Yeah.
No quería quedarse a que la
Oh,
estuvieran
okay.
Yeah,
manteniendo.
she had to
Sí.
find
Ser-
work
ser
so
un-
she can contribute to where she was staying.
Oh, I see.
Because she didn't want to stay there without paying
Yes.
anything.
Yes. So is that what does she do for work?
¿Qué es lo que hacía mamá para
En ese
trabajo?
tiempo comenzó una fábrica de camisas
Oh, she was
Shirt
por un tiempo corto.
for a very short time.
Y
She
luego
worked at a
consiguió trabajo en una fábrica de focos.
okay.
Light,
O sea,
yes.
de una compañía americana.
Oh,
Y ahí ganaba más que yo.
An American company
Uh-huh.
that made light bulbs.
Okay.
¿Cómo se llamaba? General Electric.
Algo así creo que
It
ya
It was
le-
General
Oh,
Electric.
was there? And my mom was working for
Sí.
them.
Well, yes,
Había
and
otra
she-
compañía mexicana, pero
Eh,
ahí pagaban Solar, se llamaba la.
And there was
hacían focos.
another company that made the same
Uh-huh.
light bulbs, the
Yes.
Mexican light
Yes.
company. But she worked for the
American.
General,
Yeah.
and they
Oh.
paid a lot better.
Oh, they did.
And she made more money than he did.
Then you, Papa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay. And then tell me about when you decided to make her your wife.
¿Cuándo decidió usted hacerla su esposa?
Pues
¿En
como,
cuánto tiempo?
como en 5 años.
O sea, 5 años y lo dijo.
Sí,
no
no,
durante
éramos
ese
novios,
matrimonio.
no, fue un principio de novio. En 5 años ya dije, voy a pedirte vamos
Oh,
a casar.
so it took 5 years and he decided, okay, I'm going to go and ask for your hand.
Okay.
No, el problema también era que estaba con unos tíos ahí. Estaba con unos tíos ahí cerca de mi casa.
She was
one
living
of
with
her
some
uncles.
uncles. Yeah.
sí. Y el uncle en una ocasión me vio que estaba platicando con ella y me quiso crear problemas conmigo.
Okay.
Entonces,
That uncle saw him talking to her,
Yep.
and then he wanted to make trouble for him because he didn't want her to be gone or to be
Pero
having a boyfriend.
Carmen tenía a su papá vivía ahí en Monterrey.
Oh, my grandma's dad lived in Monterrey.
Yes,
Monterrey,
he was married and he had other children
okay.
about her
Porque
age.
cuando nació mi esposa, murió su mamá. Al nacer, murió su mamá.
When Mama was born, her mom passed away during birth.
Oh, wow.
And then
Okay.
she was in Saltillo
Y ella
by an uncle.
ella se quedó con su abuelo.
Oh, her
Oh,
grandfather.
she stayed with her
Con su abuelo en
grandfather.
Saltillo y al papá.
Oh,
They
and
chased
then
him
the dad,
away.
yes.
Ya no
I
No,
lo
they
see.
dejaron.
chased him away. They
Oh,
didn't want
wow.
him to
Yeah.
take
My
her.
great-grandfather on mama's side.
Right. My
My great-grandpa, but mama's
side.
dad.
Sí.
Yes.
They
But
chased him
that-
away.
My mom's grandfather
Uh-huh. Took care of her.
took care of her. He's the one that
Chased her dad.
her dad away.
Yes.
Entonces, me dijo, yo no sabía, me dijo que su papá trabajaba allí cerquita en Monterrey. Le dije, oye, pues voy a hablar con tu papá. Pues le dije, voy a hablar con tu papá, no con tus tíos. Voy a hablar con tu papá a pedirle permiso de andar contigo.
So when let me see if I got this right. So when Papá was ready to ask for her hand in marriage,
Sí.
even though she was living with her uncle,
Nomás
Which
para ser
didn't
novio.
want him.
which didn't want him to marry her, he said, "I'm going to go talk to your dad because
Yeah.
your dad is the one I want to get your
Right.
going to give me permission."
Right.
Entonces
You
ya
got it.
fuimos ahí a hablar con él. Y pues ella no vivía con él.
She didn't live with him.
Yeah. But
Entonces,
you went to go look for him?
Yes.
Entonces yo le arreglé para que se fuera a vivir con su papá.
Then he arranged for her to go live with her dad.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Y su maldad.
My grandfather's wife,
married con-
very nice.
no de
Yes.
familia.
Abuelita Lola.
No,
Oh, okay.
and then she went to live over there.
Oh, she did after that. And it was good.
Yeah,
It was
por-
good. Bien.
Por mí.
Yeah. For
Ya
you.
no, problema, yo no
He
tenía
didn't
problema.
have to have trouble
With
with
the uncle anymore. Oh,
constantly.
the uncle.
Y ahí
Yeah.
estuvo como 3 años o algo así, porque
Okay.
o 4, porque casi al poquito tiempo que fuimos novios, la eché para allá.
Yeah.
Total de que ya estando ahí, cuando ya tenía como 4 años ahí en la casa ahí, entonces ya le dije, ya voy a pedirla,
Yes.
pedirla.
He's going to
para
go
casarnos.
ask Mama's dad for her hand in marriage.
Okay.
So he says, I'm going to go do it.
¿No?
Okay.
Y como mi esposa ganaba buen dinero, entonces
Oh.
mi suegro yo no.
Mama was making good money.
Yeah.
So her dad, of course, didn't want her to
ayudaba
get
muy bien
married
la casa.
because she was helping
Cuando
out.
yo fui a pedirla, no se encontraba el papá.
Every time that he would go in to look for him,
He
to
wasn't
ask him,
there?
he would leave.
Oh,
And he would get, because he didn't want to.
give his daughter away.
Yes.
That's what I should have done to Brady when he was asking me if he could marry Sohaila. I just should have hid.
But wait, listen
Okay,
to what
okay.
he did.
Entonces, en una ya 2 veces fuimos y a la otra fui y lo busqué y hablé con él. Con el padre. Entonces yo le dije, y el señor era un señor grande y fuerte.
He was a big man. When
Le
he,
dije,
Oh, he was,
mire,
okay.
Ya fuimos 2 veces a pedirla y usted no está.
okay, we went already twice to look for you,
Sí,
to ask for your her hand in marriage, and you have been
Voy a ir
gone.
otra vez.
I'm going to go one more time.
Y si no está usted,
And if you're not there,
But how is he? How is you telling him this if he's not there? How is he getting the message to him?
¿cómo es que le dijo eso a él si no había estado hablando con él? Por ejemplo, cuando
no,
le dijo eso.
yo sabía cuándo iba a estar allí, pero yo iba con mi papá
Pero,
para pedirla.
oh, okay.
Tenía que ir con
Because
mi papá.
he
para
had
que
to
la-
take Huelito, his
Iban
dad,
los dos.
to ask for her hand in marriage.
Whoa, okay, hold on.
Yes.
So the tradition was,
Yes.
or the custom was, when you
Yes.
ask for a girl's hand in marriage,
Yes.
you take your father
Yes.
to meet her father.
Usually
Mi
the parents,
papá tenía que pedirla para
he's
mí.
the one that has to ask for her hand in
Whoa!
marriage. Yes.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
Sí.
So they kept going, and of course, that was putting Papá in a spot because Abuelita would get very upset
Yes.
that he's not there.
Yes.
So-
sí.
So one day he just got there and said, "Look, we're gonna come one more time.
Yeah.
If you're not here,
Me la voy a llevar.
then I'm just gonna steal her
I'm just going to steal her.
and
Sí,
take her.
Yeah, take
elope,
her.
sí.
basically."
Dice, no, que usted no quiere hacer las cosas como debe de ser, de casar. Pues.
You don't
Entonces,
want us to do the things the right way.
Yeah.
You're making us go this route.
Got it.
Porque pues ya me había permiso todo.
Since
So-
he had already given permission for him to date her,
Right.
what's the problem?
So he asked for permission to even date her.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
No, y sí, y luego yo la llevé muy bien con él. Porque,
Like they never had any problems. It was just that he didn't want to let go of her.
Because she was bringing some dough back to the house, probably.
I have a different view. I think that he just wanted her around longer because he didn't get to see her for many years.
Okay, Tia, I
Yes.
like that. I like
él
that.
tuvo problemas con los otros yernos y conmigo no.
Oh yeah, he didn't. He had problems with his other son-in-laws
Uh-huh.
from
Oh, yeah.
Mama's stepsisters,
Yep.
but he never had any problems with him.
So did he finally say yes?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he finally said yes.
No,
And
yo
then
sí soy
and then where did you get married? In Monterrey?
Monterrey.
In Monterrey. Do you remember, Papá, when did you decide we're moving to America?
¿Cuándo decidió venirse para los Estados Unidos?
Pues ya que empecé a trabajar, que me casé, empecé a ver que no tenía dinero suficiente como para.
So when you got married, you didn't realize that there was enough money.
There wasn't enough money
Porque
Yeah.
because she stopped working.
Oh,
In
okay.
Mexico, she wouldn't be.
en this time,
She
no,
can't
no
continue
era
to
bien
work.
visto que la mujer trabajara.
Oh, so at this time in Mexico, once the woman gets married, she was not working.
Right.
It didn't look
Especially-
good.
And especially make more than him.
Oh, because she was making more than him.
Especially
Oh, got it.
like it just didn't. It
Yeah.
wasn't the right thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Entonces, ya viendo que venían conocidos allá que venían de Estados Unidos
Yes.
y veía
People-
que pues venían con carro y hacían un bola de cosas allí y todo eso, porque fíjate, si ahí yo ganaba 50 centavos y acá pagaban 1.50 por hora.
So he says when he would see friends and families, extended family, they would come from the United States and they would come with cars and they would come with
yeah.
money. He says, here I was making 50 cents a day.
A day, 50 US a day.
Yes. And if I go to the United States, it's $1.50
Oh, wow.
an hour.
Wow. An hour. And Dami, that is night and day.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sí. Entonces, también me vine entonces ya empecé a estudiar.
Oh, you began to study.
Entonces fui a la escuela a estudiar inglés.
Oh.
No aprendí mucho, pero
Sí.
aprendí a llenar aplicaciones. Cómo se llenan aplicaciones.
So you
todo
went to
eso.
school so you can learn to write applications and to fill those things out.
Como
Well, he went to school to learn English.
Yes.
Once he would learn some English, he looked at an application and figured out how to fill it out.
Got it.
eran americanos los de la escuela.
Okay. Listen, when my Instagram began to grow, the last thing on my mind was trying to figure out how to sell stuff, right? Like I'm an author, I'm a speaker. Authors and speakers don't have merch. That's just for bands. No, it's for guys like me too. And guess what? I found a partner that helped me and my family earn a lot of extra money when I began to partner with Shopify. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. For me, very specifically, I remember when I had one shirt in my merch store and it felt amazing every time the little Shopify app would go cha-ching, someone else would buy it. I was like, oh my gosh, sweet. That's another whatever, a little bit more I could put into my kids' college fund. It was so cool. And I was so grateful for Shopify. From the launch of, like, if you're just launching your online shopping stage, or if you're like a real life brick and mortar store, you can have Shopify help you grow. Okay, so I don't care if you're selling like scented soap. I don't care if you're offering like, I don't know, like outfits, hats, vintage Kleenex boxes. It could be anything. Shopify has you covered. They're here to help you grow. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers. And I see this happen every week with the internet's best converting checkout. It's so true. 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms. And sell more with less effort with Shopify's AI-powered all-star called Shopify Magic. Okay, listen, what I love about Shopify is no matter how big you want to grow, Shopify gives you everything you need to take control and take your business to the next level. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/humanhope. All lowercase, please. Go to shopify.com/humanhope now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/humanhope.
Mom, you were born before they came to America,
Right.
correct?
Correct.
So, my mom was your first,
Yeah.
right? So tell me a little bit about just how you were feeling when Mama tells you, we're going to have a baby.
No, pues muy feliz. No, mi mamá estaba más feliz
Oh,
Mom was
que yo.
She wanted a
Mi
grandchild.
mamá quería tener nietos pronto.
oh yeah, she wanted
Sí,
a
es
Yes.
más,
grandkids.
mi
It
mamá
wasn't soon enough.
nos tardamos para tener, no nos tardamos, porque
You know, they got married in 51.
Yeah.
I was born in 52. But, so it took them a few months to get pregnant, and my grandmother was worried
Oh,
that they didn't know how to do it, or
no,
she had a problem.
la
she
llevó
had a
con un
problem.
doctor que a ver qué pasaba.
She kept taking her
Y
to
a mí me-
doctors.
even just a few months?
Yes.
Like give Mama a chance. Give the ovaries a chance.
Y a mí
And
me mandó también a que
maybe-
me hicieran pruebas.
And maybe Papa
Send him
was
to
something
get
wrong with
tested.
Papa.
Oh, goodness gracious. Wow.
So she was
Pero
Yeah.
nomás nos cambiamos porque vivíamos en la misma casa ahí. En la misma así.
Oh, they lived in the
They
same
lived in the same
house.
house, and
That's
Oh,
probably the problem.
that was the problem.
Ya que nos cambiamos luego a poco tiempo nos cambiamos a otro lugar ya solos acá y luego salió esperando.
Yeah. What was my mom like as a baby?
¿Cómo era Carmen cuando era baby?
No, ¿para qué voy a decir?
no, dígalo.
No, dígame.
Tell me.
He tells that I was a crybaby.
Era muy llorona.
I cried a lot.
Oh, you did?
Nomás salía así.
He
Y
would,
yo decía, ahorita regresa llorando.
she would be walking out the house, and then he would go, she's going to come back crying. And then she would turn around and she would be coming.
No,
And he goes, there it comes. And then she would start. She would
Oh, she would cry a lot. Mom.
That's why I'm not a crier now.
Yeah, maybe.
no le caía nada de los alimentos.
She was always having
Tenía que andar
problems with her.
buscando
Oh, okay.
hierbas, cosas así por allá que una hierba que nos queda como salvia o no sé, cosa
Oh,
para
wow.
ponerle al alimento.
Oh.
Y eso te ayudaba.
Okay.
Luego la vendían los hierreros ahí, la vendían muy cara. Entonces yo y Ramiro fuimos a buscarla allá a la sierra, allá a Chipinque.
So they would they would have to go to the hillsides to get this certain herb.
Herb to put in your.
The formula didn't sit right with me, so
okay.
they would buy
Colicky and
colicky. They would buy a certain herb to put in there from the store, from the people
Yeah.
that sold. But it was very expensive, so my uncle and him would go to the mountain and to find that.
Papa would climb the mountainside to find
find-
an herb just so that you could
his
stop
brother.
crying
With his
so he
brother.
could sleep.
Yes.
Yeah, with his, right, and he worked.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I want to ask you some questions about not necessarily your family, but I would like to ask you. I'm going to find some of these questions here. These questions are going to be more about like what was something that how many uncles and aunts do I have on your side?
There were 7 of us.
7. You have 7 children.
Éramos 5.
7 children.
Siete. Éramos 7.
What would you say is important for people that I have a lot of people that listen to my podcast that are brand new moms and dad. They're just having babies and they're all stressed out and the world is crazy and all this stuff. What would you say to people after you're 95 years old? You've raised children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. Is there a great somewhere in there? No, not yet. Probably at some point.
Joe's side.
What's the word I'm looking for? What advice do you have for parents raising children? You did such a good job.
Es que si usted tiene tanta experiencia, tuvo 7 de familia y luego los nietos nacieron y luego algunos bisnietos que hay por ahí, que hay muchos padres de familia, nuevos padres de familia que oyen estos
Podcast.
No, pues ahorita.
¿Tiene usted alguna?
No, es lo que no entiendo. Lo que no entiendo, que yo en mis tiempos, por ejemplo, yo tuve tantos hijos y tenía que, por ejemplo, a los 22 años, yo ya era responsable de una esposa y luego de los hijos.
That's what he doesn't understand. When he was
Y ahora
22, he
veo
was
que
responsible
tienen
for a
30 años y
wife.
todavía no.
And now a lot of people are 30 years old and they're not
Sí.
responsible.
Oh, yeah.
La diferencia no la veo yo.
So you see a big difference between...
Yo a los 5 años ya me daban tareas a mí de que en aquel me traían la leña para no había estufa, traían la leña y la ponían en la calle. Yo tenía que llevar la leña para adentro.
When he was 5 years old, he had a job to do. They didn't have stoves like this. All the stoves, you had to have lumber to put in there, wood to put in there. And at 5 years old, they would drop the wood off on the street, and his job was to bring it in.
At 5.
At 5 years old, all the way to the kitchen, little by little. It was very heavy, so he
Le
would
daban
bring it.
ocupación y uno las hacía.
And
And they
he
did it
says-
without complaint.
Yeah.
That was part
And
of
he
the...
says now kids are
Yeah.
not responsible. They're not giving responsibilities.
Because they're 30 years old and they're still like, I don't know what
I
I
want
want to
to
do.
video games.
Yeah, yeah,
No sé, no hay ningún secreto,
yeah.
There's no secret.
Yeah.
It's just
pero así era antes.
that's how it was before.
You just did it.
Sí.
And you didn't complain.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
didn't dare complain.
yeah, yeah. No, that kind of answers my second question. What was just like what do you see today? I mean, you're very connected, so I see you on your iPad and on Facebook, and you see
Usted
the
está muy
world.
conectado, usted está con su
You know,
iPad y con su Facebook. Y usted ve el mundo.
You see the world. What other things do you see that are different in today's society than when you were young?
La diferencia entre la sociedad de ahora y la sociedad de cuando usted estaba joven. Y lo que usted ya dijo, más o menos, es la respuesta a lo
Other
que...
things.
Pues sí, ¿no? Eso es lo que ve uno ahorita también, ¿no? Es que ahora ve uno que lo que hay ahorita es muy bueno, pero
Claro,
también
good.
tiene, es como
Mucha
abre 2
información.
hilos. Hay muchas cosas que los niños aprenden, lo que no deben de aprender.
Mm.
Como dicen, no tienen infancia como nosotros. Antes, en aquel tiempo, ignoraban
They
uno.
don't have childhood
Sí,
children
uno
because
creciendo.
of all the information,
Sí.
the technology. There's no childhood
Esa
in
es
there.
la
It's
diferencia.
very good. There's a lot of information, but it's like a knife with a double-edged knife.
Ahora, por ejemplo, antes un padre te enseñaba cosas. Ahora le quieres enseñar a un hijo algo y
Y le dice,
te dice
"Estás
qué
equivocado".
quieres saber. Porque
He
ellos
says
saben
that-
más que uno.
That sometimes nowadays you want to teach your child something, and then they turn around and they go, "Well, what do you want to know about it? Because I already know."
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
he says it's sometimes there's not that connection's not there.
Yes.
That
Si tienes un problema de una
touch.
computadora, a ver, mijo, arréglame esto.
And now
Ya,
the father
ya.
goes to the child. I have a problem with this computer
Ya,
here.
antes uno era el
Fix
que-
this.
Yes.
And before, they were the ones that
Yes.
were helping the children, and now it's the children
Yes.
helping the parents.
Wow. I mean, this is cheesy, but people want to know the secret to living a long, happy life. Like you were very joyful. You're still funny. You're spunky. You're filled with life. And people want to know, I want to be like that when I'm 95 years old.
¿Entiende lo que le está preguntando? ¿Cuál es el secreto? Usted se ve muy contento. Usted se ve
Pues te voy a
muy
decir la verdad,
alegre.
mira, yo no te digo una cosa, yo no fui un buen hombre.
I'm going to tell the truth. I wasn't
En mi
a good,
juventud yo no fui una
person.
buena persona.
I wasn't a good
You weren't a
person.
good person.
Yo, digamos, yo por ejemplo, mi familia era mi familia, todo eso, pero yo me divertía, yo andaba,
I had a good time.
Okay, yeah.
Entonces,
In my youth.
Yes.
y por cualquier cosa me enojaba y cosas
And I
de
would
esas.
get mad for almost anything.
Total de que muchas veces hasta me tenían miedo.
People were afraid of me
Oh,
sometimes.
Pero
You
lo
were.
que me ayudó fue cuando conocí a Cristo.
When I became a Christian, when I
Entonces ya cambié,
met Christ, I
y
changed.
ya controlo, ya no me enojo, ya se
control
necesita
my
sacar
temper.
mucho. Y eso me ha ayudado mucho.
And it has helped
Lo
me a
mismo
lot.
cuando ya murió mi esposa, todo eso,
When my wife
pues
died,
muchos y yo no, yo ya digo, bueno, pues ya te la llevaste,
it was
dame
God's
un
will.
lugarcito allá, me esperas.
Make a
Y
room
yo-
for me
yo-
and wait for me.
Pues yo sé bien que estás mejor que cuando estabas aquí.
He
porque ya
knows
estaba
that she's
sufriendo.
better off
Yes.
than when she was here. She was suffering.
Y cada vez que me quiero como quebrar o una cosa así,
When
pues
When he starts
recurro a
falling.
Dios y
breaking
todo
down,
lo pongo en las manos de él
I put everything in his hands, in God's
y
hands.
entonces la estoy llevando bien.
Yes. Okay.
Entonces-
Quick, fun questions. Okay, and then we'll end with these. Best taco in Los Angeles.
El mejor taco de Los Ángeles. ¿Cuál es?
Pues en aquel tiempo,
No,
No.
ahora.
en Los Ángeles,
Sí.
Donde usted,
¿Dónde viven? Whittaker, en Rivera.
de tripas.
¿Pero dónde?
¿Dónde?
¿De dónde es el taco de
Where would he
tripas?
En un
go?
restaurante.
¿Pero
Yeah.
a cuál restaurante
Se
es el
llama
mejor
Chemas.
taco? O Chemas.
Okay, where's Chemas?
Chemas Tacos.
Where's
In Whittaker.
Chema's Tacos in Whittaker. You guys heard it here first. If you go to Southern California, and my grandfather says the best tacos you can go get is at Chema's in Whittaker.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tripas.
Chema's in Whittaker. Okay. That's great. Let's see here. What was your first car?
Su primer carro.
Fue un Chevrolet
Chevrolet.
52.
52 Chevy.
A 52 Chevy. Wow. That's-
¿En qué año lo tuvo ese carro?
58 por ahí.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
In
52 Chevy.
1958, he got a 52
In 1958, he got a 52 Chevy. Okay. What was your first memory of me? I was your first grandson.
No puede ser 52, tiene que ser después.
Oh, he's still thinking about the car. That's where.
Oiga, ya cambiamos la pregunta.
Otra pregunta.
La primera vez.
Where you went from being a father to a grandfather with me.
Él fue su primer nieto.
Sí.
What was
¿Cuál
your?
fue la primer memoria que usted tiene de conocerlo a él?
Pues nos dio mucho gusto. Y hasta te compré una cuna.
He bought the crib.
Oh, you bought my crib. Oh,
O sea, el único que le he comprado una cuna.
Oh, you're the only
were
one
the
that
only
he
hey, that's awesome. I can feel the love.
But probably Mama pushed him to do it.
Y en abonos, ¿eh?
Oh, he couldn't afford it, so he had to make payments.
Oh, really? Wow, he made payments for my crib. That is amazing. Where's the crib?
And he used it, and then
Va a poder estar para mantener a 5 en aquel tiempo.
yeah, he had 5 children at home.
Yeah. He had to,
When you were born.
yeah, because Claudia, talk to us about this. Like, mom had
You,
me,
when Claudia was,
and Claudia was
Carlos
Was a year and a half.
born in 71.
she was only my aunt, my tia Claudia is only a year and a half older than me.
Yeah.
So you were raising a baby when your daughter was raising a baby.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Was that weird?
Y a Claudia no le compré cuna, usé una cuna que me...
Claudia didn't have a cuna.
crib?
Claudia didn't have a crib.
Oh, wow.
Nancy gave her. Maybe you bought the crib.
Maybe.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
Pues, ¿quién era la cuna? Una cuna usada.
Sí.
Well, Papa, thank you so much for letting me ask you all these questions and sharing your life with me. I'm very grateful for you.
Thank you, Enrique. Thank you, Papa. I'm grateful and honored that you would share your wisdom and your words with the Human Hope fam. And yeah, I feel things when I know that, and that may be the last time someone records a conversation with him like that. He'd listen. He could live to be 105. I don't know if he wants that. I'm just grateful. So how about you? Who is somebody in your life that is in their 80s or 90s who, if you don't record their story, it may just be forgotten? Nobody deserves to be forgotten. I don't know, something in me just wants to carry around a microphone and go interview everybody, every old person I meet. Powerful. Powerful. Thank you for listening. I love you, Papa. See you next week.